Good morning! What the heck is the front of my head doing? Oh, we'll have to fix this. I literally just got out of bed. Getting up a little bit early today because my parents insist on buying me tires, which I am grateful for, but I just know that my parents, from what I think, my parents don't have money to splurge. We've always been middle class, but my mom is a spender. So yeah, there's never been much of a savings. So I feel really guilty about my parents buying me tires, but I kept trying to tell them, no, don't do this. Like, I just need to get a job and I'll figure it out. Meanwhile, I can tell that my alternator is going bad because my car is getting harder to, start, for it to turn over. I think that means it's the alternator. Y'all can tell me in the comments. To be honest, if I was completely real with you guys, I feel like my life is falling apart a little bit. Like, I'm still unemployed. I don't have much savings left. And I'm thinking by the time I get a job and get my first paycheck, things is going to be extremely tight. Secondly, my tires on my car. Third, the brakes on my car. Don't get me wrong, my car brakes, but they're very squeaky. This all happened when I let AAA last year, around Christmas time, Thanksgiving time, talk me into getting new brake pads. Well, then ever since then, my brakes started squeaking. And then they were like, well, then you need new rotors or something. And I didn't have all the money to invest in all of that. So I was like, well, I guess I'll just have squeaky brakes. So I'm sure that means I probably need to fix several $1,000s worth of stuff, or maybe $1,000 worth of stuff, somewhere upwards in that range. So something wrong with my alternator or whatever means when your car won't start. Brakes, tires. I need a job. And just this week, this boob, my left boob, hurts immensely. And I feel like I don't know if it's like my lymph node is swollen or if I'm a person that always goes worst case scenario, which I hate about myself. But I'm like, do I have cancer? I felt like I felt a lump over here. And I'm like, it's kind of sore. So I don't know if this is it's kind of sore right up in the armpit boob area. So I don't know. But then I can feel like the boob itself. And it's pretty tight. So I don't know if there's something wrong with my implant. So I'm a little bit feeling like my life is falling apart. I'm trying not to let all of this get to me because, once I have a job, I can, fix the car a little bit here and there. Then I don't know about the boob because that kind of stuff costs tens of thousands of dollars. If it's cancer or something like that, God forbid. All of that stuff costs tens of thousands of dollars, even if you do have insurance. Plastic surgery isn't covered by insurance, but if it was cancer, you're still going to get a really high-ass bill from the doctor or from the hospital, and that's nothing I could ever take care of, even with just a regular job. So I'm a little stressed, but I'm trying to just be it's all in God's hands. There's not much I can do at this moment. I'm just hoping for the best with these interviews. I have one phone interview today with a recruiter that reached out to me on behalf of a company, and they have an office in Tampa. for a commercial loan admin role. And it's kind of right up my alley. So we'll just see how everything goes today. I'm sure there's a few rounds of interviews. Not to mention, last night I was supposed to get on that Florida thing so I can get my hours for my food stamps because I have to get 20 hours this. I know, I'm so behind. I wish I had just logged in and got an hour each day this month, but I kept putting it off and putting it off. Anyway, we're about to feed Scout and get her out. And I want to clean my kitchen and I want to film that so that we have some ASMR YouTube short for the day because I don't know how I'll feel later on. Like last night I did not feel like cleaning, so I had like a headache when I came home from my interview, and then everybody was chit-chatting it up and I get it, but like I just didn't feel my best last night, so I kind of just hung out by myself on the couch watching TikToks on my phone.
And welcome back to the Rachel Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
It's so beautiful out this morning. Y'all see that, right? It's got little arms on there. Scout just tried to eat that. Man, let's go. Let's please go. Just got done deep cleaning my kitchen a little bit. I will have that footage edited later. Off to go get these tires. And then I don't really know what the plan is. I think my daughter and her boyfriend want to use my dad's truck while he's here to go get a table that they saw on Facebook Marketplace for their back patio of their new apartment. They move in like a week. So exciting. I really don't know what else we're kind of doing. I think my mom wants to go to like Goodwill's. Why? I don't know. That's my mom. She likes to spend her every last dime. So, I don't know. I guess we'll be doing that today. I have my interview with the recruiter for this one job at 11. I didn't have time to do any makeup or anything. I literally didn't even have time to do my morning skincare, but I was like, I can't leave the house without sunscreen. I just refused. So yeah, let's get these new tires on though. I don't know about this one. I have to take an assessment? Oh my gosh. I haven't heard back from that other place where I had to take an assessment. So, odds are I did not do well on the assessment. I'm not a good test taker. Like, I'm sick of this. Not to mention, the interview I went to yesterday, I already got a no. I already off the bat got a no. And I think it's because I don't have a lot of I don't have any call center experience. But it's like, put me at the desk. I've had all these other high level, mid level, whatever positions at a bank. You can put me at a desk and I can ask questions. I can talk on the phone and I can ask questions like, I want to scream right now. I'm about to have ChatGPT write me a follow-up for that interview I had the other Tuesday that I've been following up on because that might be my best bet. Also, it's the closest to me. This one I just talked to the recruiter about is in Tampa, which isn't the worst. But the thought I have to take an assessment, I don't know what that assessment is. Anyway, it sounds like a good position if I can pass the assessment. Then I think I'm good as gold. Anyway, she will get back to me sometime this week is what I am presuming that I'll be on to the next steps. She's going to share my info with the hiring manager in the Tampa office because she sits in Minneapolis. So here we go again. Next phase of interviews for this. I'm kind of exhausted. But I mean, I'm excited and everything, and I need a job, like, desperately, you know? I don't know. Let me go figure out how to follow up again on this other one. I can get my car with new tires on it. So thankful for my parents. Looks so good. Looks so good. I'm feeling like we should head straight to the car wash and do a little car washing because I haven't done that in a minute. And the last time I was there the other week, I didn't have my new debit card, which I have now. And I didn't have, I didn't clean it out because I didn't have my clean rag, which my clean microfiber cloth is in here somewhere. So I'm thinking let's head over there and give it a nice little whirl of a clean. It is kind of hot outside, so it's going to be kind of a quick clean as well. Feels so good. I just finished uploading the cleaning ASMR little vloggy vlog for the day. I liked cleaning this morning. I just felt like in a rush because I was trying to make this 9 a.m. tire appointment. So I didn't get to eat till when I got back, which was fine. Well, it was really quick and easy to get checked in, and they got me a lift. I'm sure they calculate that into the price of the tires and the, you know, changing them out and all that. But nice. They got me a lift there. They got me a lift home, and they got me a lift back there to pick up my car. I love the convenience of 2023. I remember when we had to wait with our cars or get our friends to pick us up, or if you wanted to walk or get a taxi. I'm very much a cheap girl. If you know me, you know I'm pretty cheap. And I will just, if I have to pay for something like that, I'll go walk to the Starbucks and just sit there or something like that. Or somewhere, go window shop somewhere if I don't have money to spend. I would much rather spend my money on things that I want to spend my money on, not a Lyft or Uber or something. I used to have my days where I used to Uber a lot, but that was like many years ago when I lived in Greensboro, and I haven't taken an Uber since, except for when AAA or someone is working on my car and they offer me a free ride. That's the only time. I honestly get so scared taking those kind of Lyfts and Ubers just because you never know what you're getting yourself into, even in the mid-broad daylight. It just makes me nervous because I see so many like horror stories on social media, and you just never know. You can never be too cautious as a woman in this society. I think it's just in general of anybody in this society, especially women. Off to support the local woman-owned coffee shop that I found. Well, I've been going here for a little bit, but I just found out that it's the girl that I always see pour my coffees that owns it. So I'm like happy to support a woman-owned business. So ecstatic about that, and that it's a local coffee shop, and it's good, and she's nice. Excited. I will update you guys, but I sent another follow-up like I was talking about. I had ChatGPT write me a cute little quick little follow-up again about my interview from the Tuesday before this past Tuesday, and I sent it at 11:25. It is now 11:20, or it is now 1:24, and I will let you guys know if I hear something before the end of business today. Last week when I followed up, she was pretty quick in the response. It took her a couple hours to get back to me, or maybe an hour to get back to me to let me know that they were still interviewing and narrowing down the candidates. I hope I don't get ghosted. If I get ghosted, I know that I didn't get selected to go to the next round. I'm just getting I'm trying to be faithful and hopeful that God has a plan. But I hope that plan happens quickly. Oh my gosh. I have never been in a situation like this where, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've lived paycheck to paycheck a lot in most of my adulthood life. especially since being divorced. Most of that, I can't tell you a time where I wasn't living paycheck to paycheck. This is the first time in my life that I've actually been able to be unemployed and not be stressed out about paying my bills. But considering I have like only 2 or 3 months left and I've been unemployed since June and here it is October, I'm getting a little stressful. And there's not a lot on the market in my profession. And I've been trying to go outside of my profession, but I keep getting rejected before I even get an interview. And I feel like I have a lot of cross skills that could go to like anyone, go to a lot of different jobs. Customer service, my analytical skills will help me decipher and dig through a lot of different jobs, that you need those kind of skills. Maybe my resume isn't playing up my skills. But every time I try to redo my resume, I just am at a loss, because whenever I look at stuff on ChatGPT or like have it rewrite my resume and stuff, and like nothing seems to do anything that's drastically different than how it is presented now. And I just feel like I need a drastic change. But last time I spent like an all morning trying to redo my resume, and I ended up not even being able to find a template that I thought was more different than it is right now. Anyway, well, I have the rest of this week. Maybe I'll spend some time this week doing that, redoing my resume to play up more of these different random skills. Not really random, but you know what I'm saying? A little bit of a different skill set. Maybe it'll help. But we're at the car wash. Gotta get the windshield. Oh my goodness, y'all. This car needed a deep clean. I am so glad I was cleaning out my car, because I totally forgot that I dropped off that disposable camera to get my daughter's photos developed. So let's go pick that up, so that way we can give that to her tonight, because we're gonna go see the Bam Bam and eat dinner. They want to eat at Chili's, and I'm like, Sorry, something seemed off. Oh, am I weird? They want to eat at Chili's, and I'm like, can we eat somewhere else that's not a chain restaurant? If we're gonna spend $15 a plate, you know that's what you're gonna spend when you go to Chili's. I want top-notch food. Turn left, yield, flashing yellow arrow. Okay. So, I don't know. I have to go pick up these photos. I'm hot and sweaty from vacuuming out my car in the heat of the day. It's 2:15. Not to mention, I haven't even had lunch because my Lyft, as soon as they ordered it, my Lyft was there. I think he lives in an apartment complex next to mine. Because he was texting his neighbor when he was picking me up. And I'm like, okay, well, that's odd. So I didn't have time to eat lunch or feed Scout. So let's go home and do that and pick up these photos, and maybe we can figure out a place that's comparable to Chili's. I don't understand, like, if we're going to do that, let's just eat at Cracker Barrel. I still have a gift card that my parents gave me to Cracker Barrel for my gift for my birthday. I don't even really Cracker Barrel is okay. And don't get me wrong, I love me some Cracker Barrel when I was growing up, playing the checkers. It's nostalgia. But also, like, I feel like Chili's and Cracker Barrels are probably on par. I just feel like the reason I'm being extra picky is I feel like the restaurant, like, the quality of food just isn't where it was like a couple years ago. I just feel like everybody's underpaid, everybody's overworked. People have to have 2 or 3 jobs to be able to survive in this economy. And I realize that, I recognize that. And if I'm going to spend my hard-earned money, especially now that I'm unemployed and I have to watch where my dollars really go, like, I want to go somewhere where I'm going to at least enjoy the experience. And not that Chili's isn't an enjoyable experience, but it's just like, it's run of the mill. You know what I mean? Let me go to a place I haven't been to yet. So I was trying to search on my phone, but I was like, let me just vacuum my car. Now I'm like, pick up these photos and go home and figure this out on my laptop where I have like a bigger screen and I can see all the things and I can see the map a little bit better and I can kind of reevaluate. And I'm also willing to go and pick my parents up and drop them off at their thing if we can just go somewhere else that isn't Chili's, that's around the same price point. Like, just makes sense. Also, this remember I told you guys this morning, like, I feel like my body's falling apart and my lymph node is like swollen over here. Like, it just hurts 24/7. It's not like a really deep like pain that I can't fall asleep. But I can fall asleep just fine. But it's just it's a constant 24/7 pain since the other day. It only really started like maybe Sunday. And I don't know if it's just because, like, I've just been eating way too much sugar. Like, as well as I've been eating healthy, on the side, I've been eating too much sugar. Let's not lie to ourselves. I have a intense sugar addiction that I really need to get rid of. And I've done it in the past, but every time I get, like, stressed out like I am right now about the job and everything, and I get into this habit of eating sugary things. And I think that's what's like causing my body to swell up. So I think that's why my lymph node hurts. I hope it's not cancer. We're gonna hope it's not cancer. I can't do anything about it right now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I was trying to look at ChatGPT for like holistic things that I can do at home. And I was saying castor oil packs on TikTok, and while ChatGPT said it's not supported by by science, I've heard so many good things that I'm going to give it a whirl. I think it can't be more than like $70, so I'm going to order this stuff this week. But I'm also just cutting down on all the sugar. Like, this is the first little bit of sugar I've had all week long. And if I can do good about having like once a week to fill my little cravings and to back myself off fully. Also, it's just been a chaotic week with my parents in town. I think next week will be even better because I can do my salmon, quinoa little mix that I wanted to do. I can even start that tomorrow when everybody leaves and I have like a full day to doing the things I want and need to do. And my daughter will be back at work. Let's go pick up the picture. Picked up the photos, and now I'm thinking that this was actually a camera my youngest daughter had, because there's pictures of my oldest daughter in here. I was looking at them, I was like, is that Izzy? I'm like, that looks like Mia though. But I thought this was Mia's camera. Was she having Izzy take pictures for her too? I don't know. I think I'm just going to give it to my daughter this evening, and if she wants to keep some of those. A lot of them didn't turn out. They're just way too darn fuzzy. Don't know if it's because of age or it's just a Polaroid camera. Or not Polaroid, but disposable camera, but we'll figure it out. It'll be cute. It's nostalgia. There's some random photos of like a painting I made and a doll my daughter got when we went to the beach one year. But I can't remember which one of them got the doll. I think it was my youngest Izzy, but so cute. There's actually an old photo of me in there, and I'll try to take a little snippet and put it on the cover of the vlog for the day.
Sand is white.
Oh my goodness, I found a beachfront restaurant here in Clearwater. Oh my god, it's everything I wanted and more. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. I get to share with y'all because I was at dinner with my fam bam. It was so good. Oh my gosh. We found a beachfront restaurant. That's where those little clips that I made are from. And then my daughter and I went and watched the rest of the little bit of sunset that was left right up on the ocean of the shoreline. We went and watched that, and then I just got done dropping her off, and I am almost home. And y'all, this afternoon, the lady that I talked to this morning, recruiter lady, she reached back out to me. I have an assessment to take that I'm going to take tomorrow. I'm way too brain fried to do it tonight. I'm going to take that tomorrow, and if I do well, then I get passed on to the interview. Also, while I was at dinner, someone else reached out to me on LinkedIn again. That's how the lady found me yesterday that I talked to this morning. Some Alex guy reached out to me on LinkedIn about a commercial loan closing supervisor position. That's the role I really want. That's going to be the pay that I'm going to want, considering all my experience. We'll see. Hopefully. I gave him my number. I was like, let's chat. So hopefully he calls me tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just going to head home, edit my vlog, and get some shut-eye, because I am kind of tired. I woke up a little earlier today at 6:45, rushed through my morning, and then when I got home, I rushed through, hanging out with the family. I had lunch at like 3 o'clock this afternoon almost. And I was teaching my dad all about CapCut. And my dad does do YouTube, but he's not as consistent as I am. And I keep telling him, I keep harping like, if you want to grow your audience, you have to be consistent. People don't want to watch you and then 3 weeks later they're seeing a video again. You haven't done anything in 3 weeks. Like, you gotta be consistent, Daddy-O. He's retired. Him and my mom do like a, I don't know, they set up it at like a,
not a farmer's market, not a yard sale, not a swap meet. What is that thing that's like a swap meet though? Oh my goodness, a flea market kind of situation. They live in the mountains in a very podunk, small little town where there's only like 2 lights or something like that, maybe 5 tops. So it's a much smaller scale, but there's like a lot of tourists that come through because, you know, it's a small mountain town. And then you got the, you know, the people that, the snowbird kind of people that are there for the summer and stuff like that and come down to Florida in the winter. And then they sell, I don't even know what they sell, quite honestly. I think they sell stuff that they might, I know that they thrift sometimes, and they sell stuff that they've found, like designer items that they've gotten on the low off eBay and thrift stores and stuff like that. I don't know what else they do. I think it's just actually like side extra money. Because my dad gets retirement, my mom gets like Social Security or something like that. So I think it helps them pay the bills. But I'm like, Dad, you got all this extra time. Like, you're retired. Come on, I should be seeing at least 2 videos a week from you. But I think he also doesn't know like what he wants to post. And I kept trying to I gave him so many ideas tonight. And so I'm hoping to help my dad like grow his channel. I told him, let me be your social media manager for free, so you can like grow your channel. You know, he loves doing it, but he just doesn't know what to do. And I'm like, Dad, you have like 20 years in the military. Talk about your military experience. But for some reason, he doesn't want to go down that road. And I don't know if it's like traumatizing. I don't really know what bad happened. Or I know my mom didn't like a lot of the places that we lived. And so maybe he doesn't do it because he knows that she'll just like be annoyed, or I don't know. My dad does a lot for my mom and doesn't do a lot for my mom, if you know what I mean. Like, my mom runs the show. My dad is very respectful of like her opinions, even though they're really crazy sometimes. So like, Mom, bring it down to earth, you know. But you know, they make it work, so good for them. I could never just shut my mouth and not say anything. But anyway, we're getting off topic. I am headed home. Scout needs to eat dinner, and it is 8:30 at night. I never feed her this late, but I didn't have time to feed her and walk her. So it's going to be a little bit of a late night. I still have to get my 20 hours in, and I think I have like 3 hours in. So, yay me. Yeah. Power through so we can get this interview done, this little assessment done tomorrow. Hopefully that guy calls me, we interview. Like, okay, I'm loving that people are reaching out to me on LinkedIn. Like, maybe I'll have a job soon. Like, I just know that the doors are going to open at the right time, and it's not for me to stress. But I can't help it. I'm only human. I'm only a girl. Okay? Oh my gosh. I hope I get the supervisor role. That would be cake. It would be a working supervisor role, and I wouldn't have a lot of responsibilities, but I feel like the pay would match the responsibilities. And I'm in the mood for a lot of money these days, you know? I feel like I'm in a spot in my life, like I was talking about this morning. Like, my left titty needs to be checked out. I need some new brakes on my car, or something situation with the brakes, rotors, whatever. I need a new alternator set on my car, I can tell, or whatever, because it's hard to turn over. Like, we need the money to be flowing in so I can pay for all those things. Christmas is around the corner, and I want to ball out on my kids this year, maybe. I've never been able to ball out on them because I've always been a broke single mom, and they've always understood. But like, I don't want to have them understand, you know, like I want to be able to ball out every now and then on my kids, make up for lost time. Anyway, I will probably see y'all tomorrow because I got a full evening when I get home. So love y'all. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for the positive comments. I love y'all and I adore y'all, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's do something fun in the morning. I'm feeling good with all these interviews coming in. I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling like we should go to the beach in the morning or something like that. It would be a little fun morning date. Yeah.